Hey guys, it's me Ellie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, please subscribe down below if you're not already. So for today's video, I am literally so excited. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, I'm really excited, you guys. So couldn't tell by the title, I'm doing my annual school advice video for you all, and this year's video is going to be my middle school advice. So last year, sounds weird to say, I finished up middle school. I'm going into high school in 4 days and I'm kind of freaking out, but I'm here to talk about middle school with you guys today. The crazy middle school, the dreadful middle school. Just kidding, it's really not that bad, you know. I just want to start off this video by saying, number one, it's a frequently asked questions. I find myself asking it a lot. Is it scary? Is it hard? Is it not fun? Is it when people always say it is, like middle school is horrible? And the short answer to that is, middle school is what you make it as, if that makes sense, if I worded that right. So if you come home constantly negative about schoolwork, it's not going to be a great year. But if you come home positive, gonna get my schoolwork done and I'm gonna have a good night, it's gonna be more of a positive year, you know. Just, you gotta really kind of change your mindset about certain situations in life in middle school. Make school more fun. Try to look forward to it. Maybe say, okay, if I do an hour of homework, I can have an hour of TV. Kind of set goals for yourself. It's all about the mindset, and that's what's really going to get you through middle school and life. Another piece of advice for middle school would have to be yourself. Wear what you want to wear, be who you want to be. These transition years in middle school are very important for kind of finding yourself, finding your passions, what you like to do. So basically, if you don't like a certain group of friends that you've been hanging out with during elementary school, you know, and you're kind of scared to branch off, do it. If you really feel like that's going to be a toxic relationship, leave it behind, you know what I mean? Obviously be nice about it, kind of let them know where you're at. Don't just literally like leave your friend group, if that makes sense. Make new friends, don't be afraid, if that makes sense, because ultimately the people who you meet in middle school are going to help you and are going to be your friends, be with you for the next 4 years in high school, if that makes sense. So just try new things, don't be afraid to try new things. It's middle school, you know. It's middle school. That's kind of the point of it. Trying new things, prepping yourself for high school. Don't be worried about not having your whole life plan. I'm going into high school and I still don't know what college I want to go to or what career I want to major in. Just try to enjoy middle school as much as you can. So like I said, I don't really know what I want to do in life, and it's totally fine. Some people graduate college and they don't even know what they're gonna do. So just kind of honestly enjoy middle school. Don't stress, do your best in school, and be careful who you choose to spend your time with, and watch out for yourself. So like I said in one of the last pieces of advice, careful with your friend group. Be careful what group you kind of go into. It's good to make new friends in middle school, but also be cautious and look out for yourself. So don't like get in with the wrong group of friends and do drugs and stuff, because that's not going to get you anywhere in life. You may have all this intelligence and you'll never know because you choose to smoke weed with your friends after school, if that makes sense. So just be careful, watch out for yourself, and understand that drugs and drinking and bad stuff like that aren't cool. Be responsible. Middle school is all about responsibility. So be responsible for your actions, be responsible for doing homework, be nice, all of that. Here's a little story time. I had this kid in, like, I think it was in 7th grade, and he offered me if I wanted any weed and stuff. Weed? Why did I say it like that? He asked if I wanted, he offered me some weed, and I was like, no thank you. And he's like, why? I'm like, because like it's bad, like I don't know, I was in 7th grade, I was a little baby. And he's like, but it feels like so good and everything, and I was just like, yeah, so does taking a long run, you know what I mean? Like the hype and that feel-good state that drugs give you, you can easily get it without damaging your brain cells by going for a run, working out, hanging out with friends. Honestly, it's really not worth ruining your life for. Now that my drug lecture is over, get good grades and try as hard as you can. It is middle school, you know, it's not the end of the world. If you get a bad grade on an assignment, it's okay, just try hard. You know what I mean? Don't try to like slack off. What I mean, okay, try hard, but don't try too hard where you're literally stressing yourself out. Now that may come off bad, but I mean, like, just be a little more chill. Like, try your best in classes and stuff. Obviously, like, study for tests, but don't like freak out if you get an answer wrong. Because I kind of, in 8th grade, I want to say, I kind of became a little bit of a grade freak because I had this streak of all A's, and I did finish off 8th grade with all A's. Rather than in 7th grade, I was a little more chill, if you know what I mean. But like in 8th grade, I really kind of found out what I was capable of, like as far as grades go. But I also like pushed myself too hard, you know what I mean? And I got really pissed if I got like a B in a class or like on a midterm, if you know what I mean. So just like, it's okay, aim high, always aim high, you know what I mean? But if you like fall a little lower than you were hoping, it is okay, just keep trying. This one is a big one for me, even to this day. It's okay to be awkward, and it's okay to not feel comfortable at all times. This was me literally these past 2 years. It's middle school, you know, everyone's going through that awkward stage. So if you say something dumb and you just kind of feel really awkward and you think that everyone's kind of like staring at you and like, oh my god, what did you just say? They really don't care, honestly, because everyone is in that same exact spot of nervousness, awkwardness. You're hitting puberty, you're going through stuff, you know, so it's like, it just gets a little wild. So just know it is okay. There are changes that are happening to you. You're gonna say stuff weird, you're just gonna act a little more sketchy and cranky and salty, but just know it is totally normal and you will get through it. All right, so this is gonna be my last kind of piece of advice for you guys. This is a quote that I found in my social studies teacher's room. Mr. C, if you're watching this, shout out to you. This is like my favorite quote of all time now. Alright, 30 years from now, it won't matter what shoes you wore, how your hair looked, or what jeans you bought. What will matter is what you learned and how you used it. Now, this stuck with me for... I've heard the quote before, you know what I mean? But I really needed this quote in like 7th grade, if that makes sense. 8th grade was so much easier with this. Not that a quote did like that much difference, but it just kind of like gave you another little perspective on life, another outlook on life. Like, honestly, I remember I got a stain on my jeans and I thought it was the worst thing ever. Like, I just thought it was so terrible, and I'm like, everyone's gonna stare, oh my god, everyone's gonna like be like, ew, what is she wearing, why does she have a stain on? I literally, guys, it sounds so stupid looking back at it now, but I was so freaking embarrassed. So basically what I'm trying to say is, no one is gonna remember if you spilled something on your jeans. No one's gonna remember if you got sweat stains in the middle of class and it was so embarrassing. Trust me, you guys, it is fine. You're gonna get through it. You're gonna forget about it the next day, I swear. But like in that moment, I think we've all kind of been there, that moment of embarrassment that's like, oh god, what did I just do? Like, you know what I mean? So just be like, it's okay. Like 30 years from now, you're not gonna remember. It's all gonna be good. And what you learned and how you used it, meaning pay attention in school, you know what I mean? How you use the knowledge that you've gotten from experiences and stuff like that. I'm gonna wrap this video up with an embarrassing middle school story because we all love those. So this isn't that big of a deal, but like it was just like, it's funny looking back and now, it was so embarrassing. Kind of going back to the quote. Oh my god, okay. So, Julie, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. But in 7th grade in PE class, about like 100 kids in the PE class, I want to say. A little more, give or take 100. And we were doing half-court shots in PE. And I ran up with the ball. Like everyone, there was like this big, okay, so here, I'm going to do a little thing for you. Okay, so here's the basketball court, okay? And then the kids are lined up right here on the side of the court, in line, getting ready to shoot. They throw it, they kind of like, literally like a half-court shot, and they like try to yank it over into the net. I got the ball, and I was running up there, and I kind of like did a little leap to throw it in, kind of like a little run, then a leap. And I threw it, and I don't remember the exact details, but I may have like tripped over my shoe or something like that right after I threw it, and I fell flat on my face. It was so embarrassing. It would be fine if it was like 10 kids who were watching me, 20, 30, it's okay, but 100, and these were kids who I wasn't really like too close with, if you know what I mean. And it was just like that moment where it was just really awkward. And I think there was like a few laughs. Even the freaking PE coach laughed. I was like, okay, this is great. And my crush at the time, it was just so embarrassing. I was just like, no, I don't want to do that in front of him. But it was, oh my god, you guys. And I remember just like after falling, I just kind of like sat there and I'm like, this just happened. This just happened. You are going to run into embarrassing situations in middle school, but a year from now, you're going to be laughing at them. Trust me, you guys. And middle school, like I said, is what you make of it, you know what I mean? So if you're going to choose to bitch and moan about school all day, it's not going to be a fun year. Just gonna say that now, it's not going to be a fun year. Do your homework, be safe, be smart, don't do drugs, try your hardest, and you'll be good. Don't be afraid to ask questions, don't be afraid to ask help. Because life is hard, school is hard. I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching. Comment down below what grade you're going into. If you're going into middle school, have fun, and I'm always here to, you know, answer your guys' questions if you need any help, advice. My Instagram and Twitter will be linked below if you want to talk to me over the school year, anything like that. I love you guys all so much, and I hope you all have a great school year. I'm going into high school, so I can't wait to talk about all those embarrassing stories a year from now. Okay, bye guys.